All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen out there. You're welcome to yet another interesting edition of Newspaper Review coming to you live from Power 365 FM. Sorry, we're starting behind schedule. We had to sort some issues. Okay, so very quickly, let us delve into the business of the day, which is bringing you the major headlines which are on the newspapers today. I have Nigerian Tribune with me, and this major headline on the Nigerian Tribune says Delta Governor meets Tinubu Akpabio, NHRC weigh in on killing of 17 military men. It also has some riders saying we never bargained for what happened. That's coming from the governor of Delta State. Killers of soldiers may be mercenaries. That's coming from Akpabio. And probe the killings. NAS tells armed forces. NHRC calls for prosecution of culprits. Troops rescue 16 kidnapped victims in Kaduna. And Adeleke moves to change Oshun logo, 6 assemblies approval. Constitution review. Reps to meet governors. Reps to meet governors and leaders of 18 political parties. Others. 4.1 billion naira property fraud. EFCC recovers hands over 324 houses to Kano pensioners. And the Senate threatens to debit account of banks. Wow. And it's saying the Senate is threatening to debit accounts of banks over unpaid 358 billion anchor borrowers loan. May summon former CBN governor on Ways and Means overdraft. Impeachment. Edo Assembly directs CJ to constitute panel to probe deputy governor. And then coming from Kano, Nnamdi Kano, it says Kano distances self from violence in Southeast. Zenith Bank appoints Adaura Umeoji, first female GMD CEO, effective June 1. And then this is saying federal government, states, local government shared 10.143 trillion naira in 2023. That's coming from Nati. Let's quickly bring you one or two stories saying IPOB leader Kanu distances self from violence in Southeast. Detained leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, has dissociated himself from the violence in the southeastern part of the country. The IPOB leader vowed that those behind the violence leading to killing of their fellow brothers and sisters and burning of properties under the guise of being IPOB members would not be spared. Kanu told newsmen on Tuesday, immediately after the Federal High Court in Abuja denied him bail on charges bordering on terrorism slammed against him by the federal government. Okay, you may pick a copy of the Nigerian Tribune to read more of that story. It's on page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune. Little Lubadon, a bridge builder, that's coming from Ganduje. Remember that Ganduje is a chieftain is an Ibadan chieftain. Ganduje, former Kano governor, and the present chairman of the All Progressives Congress. He was a chieftain. He's a chieftain. Yes, he's a chieftain of Ibadan land. He said the national chairman of All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, has extolled the late Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Lekan Balogun, describing him as someone whose image towered far above Ibadan, which he reigned over an entire Oyo state. Ganduje stated this on Tuesday during a condolence visit to the Alari residence of the late monarch. Alright, that's coming from Ganduje. Ganduje. Okay, alright, let's bring this next one. It's saying that Senate threatens to debit account of banks over unpaid 358 billion naira anchor borrowers loan, saying the Senate has resolved to debit the account of commercial banks which guaranteed loans for beneficiaries of Anchor's borrowers program of the Central Bank of Nigeria. Alright, you may pick a copy of the Nigerian Tribune to read more on that story. It's on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune. And then we say this is coming from INEC. Edo Ondo elections, INEC tasks parties on deadline for submission of candidates peaceful primaries. That's on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune. And then on Edo impeachment saga, Assembly directs CJ to set up 7-man panel. Edo State House of Assembly on Tuesday moved a step further the ladder of the impeachment process against the Deputy Governor, Comrade Philip Schreiber, as it directed the State Chief Judge, Justice Daniel Okungbowa, to set up a panel of 7 wise men, 7 wise men to investigate the allegations of gross misconduct leveled against the Deputy Governor. It's on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune. Delta State, Delta killings, Senate orders investigation as Governor briefs Tinubu. The Senate on Tuesday mandated its committees on Defense, Army and Air Force and Navy to immediately investigate the circumstances that led to the killing of an Army commander, 3 officers and 12 other soldiers by yet to be identified attackers in Okwama community of Bumadi local government area of Delta State. That's on page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune. Read more of that story on page 7 of the Nigerian Tribune. Okay, so let's bring this to you. Nigeria Customs Service unveils authorized economic operators pilot program to enhance trade. That's on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. And then let's quickly bring this next one, which says, okay, this is saying that Ekiti government begins payment of compensation to property owners over the 16.9 billion naira flyover. Ekiti State Governor Biodun Yebanji on Monday flagged off the payment of compensation to owners of landed properties acquired for the construction of 16.9 billion naira Okenyemi flyover bridge in Ado Ekiti. He assured that all legitimate land and property owners that will be affected in the demolition exercise for the construction of the flyover that stretches from Okenyemi Ijigbo Ajilosun Junction will be compensated expeditiously and that nobody will be sidelined in the exercise. That's coming from Ekiti State. That's a good move by the governor of Ekiti State, Biodun Yebanji. And then let's also bring this. NDLEA destroys over 3 tons of cannabis in the Doe forest. Okay. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has destroyed over 3 tons of cannabis in their hemp in Zero Forest. And then this is, oh, okay, let's bring this next one. Just a minute. Let's bring this next one. Okay. This one is saying Awon makes clarion call to government on economic hardship on women family, asks government to revive mandate. That's on page 23 of the Nigerian Tribune. Okay, inside NCS congested centers, House Supreme Court conflicting rulings on holding charge for congestion. And then this is saying reps to meet governors, leaders of 18 political parties, others. Adeleke moves to change Osun logo. 6 assemblies approval. Okay, and then there are so many stories on the Nigerian Tribune today, on the dailies today, which I would advise that you pick a copy if you really want to have a good time with yourself, enjoying the read for today. Okay, so next up is the Yoruba version of newspaper review, which is Latino Weroing, coming up to you from Power 365 FM in the next couple of minutes. So please stay tuned and I hope you have a good day, a blessed day today. All right. Thank you for staying tuned. My name once again is Olamide Adeniji. God bless you.